Hi, it's Dr. Rowe here, talking to you from a beautiful spot here. I don't know if you can see this. It's quite hard to capture it because of the light, but if you look, I am literally standing on Australian beach. It's Byron Bay. Don't know if you can see behind me there, maybe not, but right at the top there's a beautiful lighthouse. And I wanted to address a subject that has been coming up to do with, let's lock the screen in there, meditation. Now, it's very, very windy, so I'm going to bring you back off the shoreline just for a moment, back to here, and might bump into a few bush wallabies whilst we're here. Just seen a couple on the way in. So a question that's been coming up is, why should I meditate? I've heard about meditation. Is it really important? Do I need to do it? So first of all, rule number one with meditation, you have to shave your head and become a bald monk in order to meditate. Otherwise, you better switch off this video and don't watch anymore. No, I'm joking. Seriously, I am joking. So, look, I've read about meditation for years. My father was a Buddhist, passed away at a young age, and one of the things he passed on to me in those days when I was in my youth was it's really important to meditate. But I understood it, but I didn't really understand it in detail. He passed away too young for me to maybe consciously. I'm going to sit down here just to give you an idea where I am. Look, literally, we got bush and beach and bald head. So what's this all about? Okay, let's focus up a minute. So one of the biggest challenges right now in modern society is people are seriously stressed, and I mean stressed to the point where it's affecting their sleep patterns, it's affecting their physiology, it's affecting their physical state, it's affecting how they look, it's affecting their emotional state, certainly. And I'm not here to preach, and I'm certainly not a medical doctor, and I can't give you advice on this. But one of the common responses that people say about meditation is that by meditating on a regular and consistent basis, they start to feel calmer, they start to feel a sense of wellness, their stress levels appear to go down, their heart rate stops this heavy levels of fluctuation which some people experience. And again, you're gonna have to go and check this out for yourself. I'm just sharing you what I hear from people, and I can tell you what my own experience of it is as well. But I want to explain in my mind what meditation is for me, and everyone will have a slightly different concept of it, and there's so many different forms of meditation. You're gonna have to spend a bit of time to go and look into this yourself. But from my personal observation of meditation, and for me, when I put this camera down, if I just sit here for 5 minutes and do nothing more than close my eyes and focus on the ocean, focus on that beautiful sound of the birds around me here and the wind, there would be 3 things that I'd notice about the situation that I'm in. And then I would slowly tune them out and most likely focus on one. And then, if I can allow myself to do so, I would allow my mind just to clear of all of that and just be here, present in the moment. That's meditation for me. Now, for other people, it might be to go really deep into a deep transcendental meditation. They go off outside their bodies and they float to somewhere else. For other people, they have to lie down on a beach, or they have to lie down on the floor, on a yoga mat, or on a bed, and they have to have music in the background or no music in the background. They have to be guided through what's called a guided meditation or a guided visualization. For other people, they have to follow a very formulaic approach. There are meditations, there are so many different variations. And I think this is why people get scared or they feel I have to do it a specific way. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think you have to do what feels right for you. Coming back to the why, and I can only tell you from my own experience, I deal with a lot of people. So when I'm doing an event, for example, I can find myself in a situation where I might be in front of 50, 80, 100, 200, 300, 1,000, 5,000 or more people. And the ones that are most stressful potentially to me are not so much the large groups, although they can be, because I tend not to have so much physical contact with them. It's a delivery, I'm not interacting as much. Smaller groups, 100, 200, 250, 300 people, where I'm doing interventional work or working directly with them, that can be very stressful. in the sense that you're dealing with a lot of other people's stuff coming at you. So one of the things that I will do when I get back to my hotel room or wherever I'm staying in the evening and in the morning is I will take a moment to meditate. Now, it's not a formal process for me. Some people, it's very formalized. They'll get up, they'll have a ritual they go through, and that's fine. It works for some people. For me, particularly when I'm out and about doing things with events, etc., it's not as easy for me to do that. So I will just simply allow myself a moment. For example, it might be waking up in the morning, no one's around me, I'm on my own in the hotel. Before I even go for a shower or anything like that, I will sit up and I will find a physical position I'm comfortable with. It's usually up. I will sit with my legs crossed, or I will lie with my palms open, taking a deep breath, or I might even sit in a chair but in a very relaxed format, and I will just simply clear my mind. And I tend to go to a place of gratitude. That's one of my first entry points into meditation. I'm grateful for being alive. I'm grateful for being there in the moment. I'm grateful for my family, for my kids, for my beautiful partner, for the fact that I feel I have health and vitality, and an amazing gratitude for the fact that I have been able to share and help so many people. That gratitude alone, I can feel the chemistry and the biochemistry in my body changing. And for a lot of people, when it comes to meditation, that is one of the big things they notice. It's a biochemical reaction. It's a biophysical reaction. It's a physical reaction. It's an emotional reaction, whatever you want to call it, a neurological reaction. It's whatever you want to call it in your body. There's this sense of calmness. So by going into gratitude first, for me, it allows me, and I'm sorry if I'm shouting, but I've got the wind and the sound of the ocean. I'm competing against nature. Sorry, nature. It allows me to bring myself back to center. It's like setting a compass, and I just go. I calm my mind, having done the gratitude. I will often focus on one thing. I'll imagine a candle in my mind, or I'll imagine an ocean like this, or a moment. I let my mind go to that space there, and it blurs everything around me. I don't think about the day ahead of me. I don't think about even the next minute ahead of me. I'm going to go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, shower, none of that. I don't think about what happened last night, even the second before or a second ahead. I just think about this moment now, and I allow myself to go into a calm place. Now, if you're very scientific and you want some analytical scientific research behind that, go and do your own research on it yourself. If you want to really have a cool tool, there's something called Heart Math, H-E-A-R-T, Heart Math. Go and Google it, look it up yourself. And there is a device that you can buy, and it basically measures what's called coherence. It looks at your head, it looks at your heart. You can clip it onto your ear, you can clip it onto your thumb, for example. It'll measure pulse and other various things as well. And if you go into a effectively meditative state and you breathe in a certain pattern, you go into almost a semi-euphoric state. And I've done this live in audiences. I've actually had people come up to stage. I had them do this as an exercise. People that are very stressed. Even on one occasion, I had a lady in 2008 when the mortgage industry was going through the roof. You know, it's literally falling. It was plummeting from the roof downwards. She was a mortgage broker. Her income had gone from like 350K down to about 50,000 a year. And she was in a really distressed state. She came to my house, stayed there for 2 days. The first thing I got her to do was to meditate and to use this heart math device to bring herself back to center, to be grateful for all the amazing things in her life. And she literally had not slept for nearly 3 weeks. She looked terrible. And that night she had her first full night's sleep. And a shift happened just instantly in that moment. So meditation is an incredibly amazing, beautiful experience that any human being can do at any moment in time. Even in the noise of everything that's going on around you, if you become a master of meditation, you can actually allow yourself to tune out from everything that's going on around you. So take the time to experiment. To start with, just take 5 minutes. Allow yourself to breathe, allow yourself to stay calm, and tune out from the world and tune into yourself. Start with gratitude. Focus on one beautiful image and start there. If you're somebody that needs a bit of an application or a bit of functionality behind it, go and find an app called Buddhify. Buddhify is one of my favorite apps, and they've got some really cool meditation tools in there that literally last 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. They're meditation tools for different circumstances. That's another great thing you could use as well. Dr. Rowe, signing out.